At what point should we collectively give up on a kid?
Never. The moment you give up on a child is the moment the juvenile justice system has failed. That is the way I look at it. You have to believe in the young people, no matter what the circumstances are, and continue pushing forth. We're trying to get that person to change his life around.
This is the beginning of what is really a great series for us, which we're calling Justice in Transition, because we were facing a circumstance where we would have the first new mayor in 12 years in New York City.
Do you have a wish list for the next administration? I mean, you've already kind of said some of those things, but you've got a blank piece of paper. What do you put on it?
When I think of who I work with a variety of stakeholders. And what the common theme I think that all of them are saying is that there needs to be community reinvestment, where community members can take back the responsibility and resources for ensuring the safety and well-being of their own children.
Now it's close to home, we have to continue, and I think that now we really need to deepen that work.
I think it's a huge watershed change in the way states and counties deal with juvenile justice. In the mid-1800s, we began shipping Irish and Eastern European kids to faraway, upstate, large prison-like correctional facilities. The core of what we do is not all that foreign to that today. I think we ship a lot of black and brown kids today. But in New York, we dramatically changed that. We sort of struck a blow at the heart of the institution-based, state-centralized system. We've very much been busy redefining the notion of who our client is, to define it as the community itself rather than the individual sitting before us, so it's not just a sort of individual pathology model. I think we could do more of that in close to home.
The other thing is really to pay close attention to raising the age of criminal responsibility. That is significant.
I think that the next area we're focused on raise the age, and that's really important. We have a commission that the governor is going to shortly announce, and so I don't think that we can rest until that actually happens.
The other thing is disproportionate minority contact, not only for face value, but in practice, change that occurrence of where so many black and brown young people and a growing number of Southeast Asian and Muslim communities are being targeted by, police and by our system.
And I think it's important to have the voices of those young people at the table at all times, setting up different advisory groups and really allowing the young people to become leaders themselves. In this work.
One wish that I did not mention is to really address the school-to-prison pipeline. It is a really serious problem.
I went to a Catholic school, an all-boys Catholic school. We got in fights every once in a while. People stole stuff. The cops were never called to my school. We got detention, we got hollered at, our parents got called. A bunch of stuff that actually changed our behavior, but none of it was cuffs in the back of the car.
And codifying a lot of what we've done into the law is really important. Should folks that come after us are not like-minded, some of our achievements and progress can easily be undone. So I do think that it's important that we focus on how do we make sure that we can sustain the progress that we have made in our system.
First of all, this was what the Christ of Mission was worth getting up in the morning. As a member of the community, talk about hope, and I leave with a lot of hope.
It's a great closing statement.